This is the Wizard News. Major technology companies signed a pact on Friday, February 16, 2024, to voluntarily adopt reasonable precautions to prevent artificial intelligence tools from being used to disrupt democratic elections around the world. Executives from Adobe, Amazon, Google, IBM, Meta, Microsoft, OpenAI, and TikTok gathered at the Munich Security Conference to announce a new framework for how they respond to AI-generated deepfakes that deliberately trick voters. 12 other companies, including Elon Musk's X, are also signing onto the accord. The accord is largely symbolic, but targets increasingly realistic AI-generated images, audio, and video that deceptively fake or alter the appearance, voice, or actions of political candidates, election officials, and other key stakeholders in a democratic election, or that provide false information to voters about when, where, and how they can lawfully vote. The companies are not committing to ban or remove deepfakes. The companies will share best practices with one another and provide swift and proportionate responses when that content starts to spread. The vagueness of the commitments and lack of any binding requirements likely helped win over a diverse swath of companies, but disappointed advocates who were looking for stronger assurances. The agreement at the German city's annual security meeting comes as more than 50 countries are due to hold national elections in 2024. Attempts at AI-generated election interference have already begun, such as when AI robocalls that mimicked U.S. President Joe Biden's voice tried to discourage people from voting in New Hampshire's primary election in January 2024. Politicians have experimented with the technology, from using AI chatbots to communicate with voters to adding AI-generated images to ads. The accord calls on platforms to pay attention to context and, in particular, to safeguarding educational, documentary, artistic, satirical, and political expression. It said the companies will focus on transparency to users about their policies and work to educate the public about how they can avoid falling for AI fakes. Most companies have previously said they are putting safeguards on their own generative AI tools that can manipulate images and sound, while also working to identify and label AI-generated content so that social media users know if what they are seeing is real. Most of those proposed solutions have not yet rolled out. Congress has yet to pass laws regulating AI in politics, leaving companies to largely govern themselves. The Federal Communications Commission recently confirmed AI-generated audio clips in robocalls are against the law, but that does not cover audio deepfakes when they circulate on social media or in campaign advertisements. Jeff Allen, co-founder of the Integrity Institute and a former Facebook data scientist, said he would like to see social media companies taking other actions to combat misinformation, such as building content recommendation systems that do not prioritize engagement above all else. Lisa Gilbert, Executive Vice President of the advocacy group Public Citizen, argued that AI companies should hold back technology such as hyper-realistic text-to-video generators until there are substantial and adequate safeguards in place to help us avert many potential problems. The inclusion of acts not mentioned in an earlier announcement about the pending accord was one of the surprises of Friday's agreement. Musk sharply curtailed content moderation teams after taking over the former Twitter, and has described himself as a free speech absolutist. Source: Associated Press, February 16, 2024.